the torch. Show your little piece, wanna see some more? You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law.
It's week 6 of the National Football League, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Bills and the Falcons on Monday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Man who played collegiately nearby in Athens for the Bulldogs, James Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Allen to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Coleman, the man in motion left. First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Allen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Drake London, his intended target, and it's second down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. On the return, Johnson. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be Falcon football. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills ready to take over. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Cook up the gut. Pushing his way through. And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Oh, and this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3. To the air, Allen. That is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Coleman has it here right side. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well,
yeah.
Right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Robinson up the middle. Able to slither by. And this will be a Falcons first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the...
Looking there for picks, but intercepted. Inside the 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And this is off the left, upright, and through. A trick shot there, but a point is a point. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Oh, fighting off the defender. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon, as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Johnson on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Being chased out left. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here now come the Falcons.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ray McCloud, 73 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make it 24-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And complete right side to Cook. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
2nd and 7.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A first down carry for Davis. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Johnson to return it. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And the Bills' first down.
Again, it's Cook. Sheds him off at the 45. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To throw, it's Allen. That's caught right side by Palmer. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5. Allen. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Palmer going to go in motion left. Allen going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Palmer from 13 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Falcons 7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Unable able to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. But the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the visiting Cardinals who get the road victory. James Conner, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Tajay Spears, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Rashee Rice, over 200 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
At the 46-yard line.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
At the Bills' 47-yard line.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Gain of 4 yards. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to Robinson now on first down. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Algier going straight ahead. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
He'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Robinson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return?
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Allen to throw it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Allen off the play fake. And this one is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now back to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
109 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Throwing now is Allen.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And Knox is going to have a Bills 1st down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line.
1st down, Bills.
Allen now looks to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
Now Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Now 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's Allen.
Has his man. It's Shakir.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Bills 1st down.
To the air. Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time as we have now reached the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. They'll set up a throw.
Throws right back to London, complete again.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
London. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On the give, here's Robinson.
Gets past one man. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll stick with Algier.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 1.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Cook following the penalty.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Inside give to Davis. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now Allen.
Shakir hauls it in.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
2nd down and 4.
At the 15-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Pass on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Room past the 35, and he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll look to throw again. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Buffalo, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.